After conflicting reports and a lot of back and forth, here's where things stand between the U.S. and Iran. The Strait of Hormuz is open. The U.S. has lifted oil sanctions against Iran, at least temporarily, and Iran has agreed to allow UN nuclear inspectors to return. But our senior White House and political correspondent Ed O'Keefe today asked President Trump about one of the major issues still unresolved.
Leaving more than 18 hours of talks in Switzerland today, Vice President JD Vance put a positive spin on talks with Iran.
I feel great about the progress that we made over the last couple of days.
The vice president announced nuclear inspectors would soon be allowed back into Iran. But that was also part of the Obama nuclear deal President Trump has denounced. As part of the new agreement, the administration lifted sanctions today on Iranian oil, meaning it's now free to sell its supply until late August, a move that should bolster its economy.
We're doing very well in terms of negotiating a fair and reasonable deal.
One key sticking point in the talks is how to enforce a ceasefire between Israel and the Iranian-backed militant group Hezbollah. Over the weekend, the president said if Iran doesn't stop Hezbollah from launching attacks on Israel, we'll hit Iran very hard again. Iran nearly walked away from the talks after those threats. And today, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said again his forces won't leave Lebanon, potentially upending the deal.
Well, we're going to take a look at it.
Well, what would you do to make sure that he doesn't sabotage the deal?
Well, I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do, but it gets solved. I'm a problem solver. I get problems solved real fast, including with Bibi.
Even as the White House tries to claim significant progress, there's widespread skepticism, even among some Republicans.
Let's try a diplomatic solution. I think it's going to fail.
New CBS News polling shows most Americans believe the war wasn't worth the cost.
There's one thing that's very easy to read. The American people hate this war. They want it to end.
We should point out Iranian officials tonight say they haven't yet agreed to all the terms laid out by the vice president, including the idea that weapons inspectors may soon return to Iran. Tony?
Ed, some reflecting pool news tonight. The president now claiming vandals have attacked this pool that he's been renovating. What can you tell us?
That's right. The president says the pool, which has turned green because of algae and has seen part of its bottom peeled off, now has to be drained and repaired again because he says vandals cut a 350-foot gash along the bottom of the pool. I asked him about it earlier. Do you have any proof of the slit?
We didn't have a lot of them then. Who would think that somebody would go into a pool and take a knife and start cutting it?
But do you have proof of that they used a knife? Do you have photos or videos?
Well, let's put it this way. When you have a 350, I think it's 350, not 250, a 350-foot slit from one end to the other, you think that's proof?
The U.S. Park Police says it arrested 5 people on vandalism charges and issued citations to 5 others. Tony?
Ed, thank you very much.